I listened to Kurosato talk late into the evening and just barely managed to catch the last train home. The second I fell into bed, I felt an exhaustion coming on that I couldn't fight. And I fell asleep without even changing clothes. So much had happened today. I was sure I would never forget it. What about the old me though? Did she ever have any amazing experiences like this? Or was her life boring and peaceful? There was a white light in front of me. It was so bright and so hot that I thought I might burn myself. The light was shining down on me. It was the same light as before. It was probably the headlights of the car that struck me. This was part of my memories from the accident. It was too bright for me to see the car. There was just the light shining on me. It felt like I'd yelled something important. Maybe. And I'd been crying, but I couldn't remember. It was so frustrating to have fragments of memories, but not the whole. The headlights in my dream eventually grew to blot out everything else. And then I woke up. I put my hand on my cheek. It was wet, I had been crying. I rubbed my red eyes as hard as I could and stood up. Maybe I could say goodbye to these dreams today. I looked at the clock and it had only been 3 hours since I had gone to sleep. I stayed awake until dawn, thinking and doing research.
案外、性に合ってるのかも。
I put together everything I'd researched and used it to think. And when I thought I found out where I had questions, I researched them some more. For some strange reason, when I was working, I didn't feel sleepy. I honestly thought about getting a job at Mama's company someday.
それとも、以前の私って調査オタク？そんなの聞いたことないけど。
Today was Sunday. A normal girl might be getting ready to go shopping with her friends. But I was different. Just like Kunisata had told me 2 days ago, I was about to.
よっし、行きますか。
It was a little early still, but I quickly got ready and left. Gale-Stealth syndrome is a treatable illness. It is not dangerous and it is not communicable. Harassment of patients is a violation of their human rights and is forbidden by law. Let us strive for an equal society, free from discrimination. I looked up at the board. It was still displaying the message from yesterday. I stood a little away from the station entrance and watched the people go by. I quickly found the group I was looking for.
お買い物かな。
There was a group of Gale-Stealth syndrome patients walking through the crowd. They were all old women, and no, young girls. They were crossing the street laughing and talking and wearing the same clothes that young people wore. I had no idea what their real age was, but from the way they were talking, they might have been middle school girls. They might have been part of Hagio Academy's middle school. People around them were ignoring them Probably because they had seen them a million times before. But a couple of foreigners were staring at them in shock. They even took their phones out and started taking pictures. But the girl showed no signs of noticing and continued the conversation.
やっぱり本当だったんだ。
I remembered what Michio had told me the other day.
本当に気がつかないんだ。というより、認識できないと言った方がいいかもしれない。
It was telling me about the strange symptoms of Gale's child syndrome.
僕から見れば、碧峰学園に通っている生徒たちは、皆普通の中学生や高校生だった。見ているだけじゃなく、触れることもあったけど、その肌が老人のものだとは思えなかった。
でも世間でいろいろ言われるでしょ。
それも全く。僕たちはカオスチャイルド症候群を地震による PTSD だって理解してた。
Yeah, I thought so too. At the beginning it was described like that.
PTSD?
What did that mean again? I felt like I'd heard it before.
心的外傷後ストレス性障害。要は地震の記憶がフラッシュバックしてきて吐き気を覚えたりうつ状態になったりすることだ。宮代たちは自分たちの症状をそういうものだと勘違いさせられていた。
でも実際は全然違ってた。症候群に関するニュースは映像でも音声でも画像でも何度も見ていたはずなのに。それに事件の被害者が全員カオスチャイルド症候群だったっていうことも僕はこの前初めて知ったんだ。
The next thing I knew, the girls yelled girls had vanished to the other side of the street. They were walking around and living normal lives, just like other people. They could talk to people and look on TV and the internet. But anything about their real appearance, anything that would tell them that they actually had the bodies of very old people, they wouldn't see or hear. It was kind of like they were living in their own wonderful dream. That's how it felt to me. The day after I'd heard what Miyashiro had to say, I had borrowed Ari's phone again and did my own research on Gale-Stead syndrome. When I looked at what I saw online in light of what he had told me, I realized how many people had no idea what they were talking about. It was like they just accepted the superficial things they were told and didn't try to find the truth. They were shutting their eyes and ears to what they didn't want to hear. I also learned that people like that were called wrong-siders. They were on the wrong side of the information divide.
それとクルスノノさん。
I'd also learned something important about Cruz and Nono, a girl who might have been my friend. It might have been the clue I needed to learn about my past.
そろそろかな。
I looked at the clock and it was almost time. I headed into the crowd in the direction the little girls had gone and started walking to my destination. Oh, this is really tense. I mean, I said before that I expected some kind of bittersweet ending. Since Gale's Child and Gale's Head are not the type of games to have happy endings. It would be very weird if it was the case. I mean, Gale's Head for that instance had one bittersweet ending and the rest were bad endings, I would say. I still try to piece everything together with all the information that I did get and a new context with this revelation that all Chaos Child patients have the bodies of old people like Shogun from Chaos had. But I remember that Wakbi, for instance, who works for the committee, is also a gigalomaniac. Does that mean that the people who were made gigalomaniacs or are awakened by Noatsu are the only ones that caused their bodies to grow old, basically, because it was done artificially? I mean, so far, if I compare this to Chaos Head, we've seen other gigalomaniacs from Takemi's perspective back then. And I don't know if this information that we saw through his eyes was also skewed, also hidden like this. I mean, if I have to compare the two, Takemi, the one that we followed actually through Chaos Head, is similar to Serika, as in they were both rebooted people. And they both saw what I think the truth. So how come that the gigalomaniacs in Chaos Head were normal looking people and the ones here are all old and wrinkly? The only reason I can think of is that it was because of Noah2's activation. I could see the inside of the academy from a distance. There was no one there, not even the guard from the other day. None of the people who thought they were students at the school were there. Detective Shinjo and Kunisato's plan was working so far. I think the bittersweet part of this ending might be that Serika might learn the truth, and by learning the truth has to come to terms with the awful things that she allegedly has done as a trade-off for saving her friends, maybe. I called up an image in my mind. It was the man I'd seen on Kunosato's computer. His name was Wakui Shuichi.
うん、やっぱりそうだ。
Sometimes in the fragments of my memories, I would see him in a special place. It wasn't the classroom or the club room. It was a mysterious place surrounded by machinery. He was standing there and telling me something. Before the accident, I was meeting with him in private in a secret place in the school.
で、どこだ?
Just thinking back about the events of Chaos Head and the events so far in Chaos Child. Chaos Head introduced us to those porter devices, those backpacks, the same one that Sakuma used to artificially create illusions, which was also the big machine that Norose from Chaos Head was trying to use in order to create an artificial gigalomaniac on a large scale. So what if the machine at school is a similar machine to Noatsu, except used to keep all the gigalomaniacs, all the Gelschild syndrome patients, in the same state of a delusion that they don't notice that their bodies are all old and wrinkled. I turned around and found Kunosato standing behind me. When did she get here? Could you at least say hello?
この学園のどこにある？
刑事さんとあいつは？
さっき裏門から学園へ入った。手を回して学園内は無人にしてある。中へ入ってしまえばもう大丈夫だろう。私たちも行こう。
Kunosato started walking. She stood up tall like always and walked right into the school. I followed behind her, bent over and trying to be sneaky. When I told them 2 days ago about the vision I'd had, when I told them about the place where I had been meeting Makui, all 3 of them had gone pale. It was in that room. It was a place in Hikyo Academy. It wasn't a classroom or a club room where the sun never shone. It was filled with machines I'd never seen before. The man named Makui was standing there and telling me something. When I told them that, Kunosato had put her hand to her forehead and yanked her at her hair in frustration. She'd already thoroughly searched Hikyo Academy, but I guess I didn't search it thoroughly enough, she had said, frustrated. Of course, we had to go search the school again. The question was what to do with Miyashiro. I didn't think he needed to come with us, but evidently he had to go where the device was that I had seen in my vision. Kunosato and Shinjo had been searching for that device this whole time, they had said.
で、その場所はどこにあるんだ？
Kunosato asked again as she walked ahead of me. I followed behind her and tried to summon the vision in my head, but I couldn't be sure.
どこって言われても学園の中を歩いてみないと。その場所を見つけたら言います。
あまり悠長にはしていられないぞ。学園内を無人にしておける時間もそれほど長くないからな。
分かってます。
We walked inside the school building. When we got inside, the 2 of them were standing in the corner. Miyashiro Dakaru was really outside. He wasn't wearing handcuffs or anything else.
すいません。刑事さん？
ん？
この間も思ったんですけど、2人ともこの人を信用しすぎなんじゃないですか？連続殺人事件の犯人なんですよ。もうちょっとしっかりというか。
Suddenly, I felt like an idiot. I was just a teenage girl. Why would a detective take advice from me?
ああ、宮代くんなら大丈夫だ。心配しなくていい。
そんなことよりさっさと探せ。
Forget it. Wasn't it really important? I didn't really understand what was going on.
わかりました。行きますよ。
I looked down the hallway from the entrance as I spoke.
と
I remembered the vision again. And it was... yeah, it was a very dark spot.
日の当たらない校舎か、それとも地下かな。
I started walking, relying only on my hazy memories. I started by checking all the hallways. Something might ring a bell. The others followed after me, staring intently at their surroundings. I was paying close attention to see if I remembered anything.
あ、そうだ。
I turned back to face Kunosato as I walked.
クルスノノさんについて聞きたいことがあるんですけど。
今お前がするべきことはそれか？
She was glaring at me incredibly fiercely, but it was something I needed to know. I didn't back down.
クルスさん、怪我をしてましたよね。胸のところ。
ん？ああ、確かに。
The detectives entered instead of Kunosato. I glanced at Miyashiro before I spoke again.
ネットで見たんですけど、それって例の事件に巻き込まれたせいだって本当ですか
Oh, they all know that it was actually Serika who did all this. For some reason, all three of them fell silent. Miyashiro was the one responsible for the so-called return of the new generation madness. In the end, he hadn't killed himself, like he had said he was going to. It was said he had chickened out, and he had surrendered. There were a lot of different rumors about why he had said he was going to kill himself in public. The most popular one was that he had failed to recreate the new generation madness. The last new generation madness 6 years ago had been composed of 7 murders, but this time it had only been 6. There had been supposed to be another on November 4th, but it had failed. And it was Kusunono who was supposed to be the target. It was Miyashiro's stepsister. It didn't make the news, but on November 4th, Risa had been attacked by someone and been put into a coma. She had been found in time to save her life, but just like I'd seen in the hospital room, she was still asleep. And of course, the one who was thought to have attacked her was...
どうなの宮代。
I glared at him, but he didn't answer. He just looked back at me, and for some reason, his eyes were sad. We all know why he is looking sad. I just couldn't understand what this murderer was thinking, so I started telling him what I'd learned.
同じ施設だったのよね。妹さんに続いてお姉さんまで手にかけようとしたの。クルスさんと同じ新聞部にいたみたいね。アップされてた動画に名前が残っていたもの。
I wasn't sure if I should ask what I really wanted to know. I should have realized yesterday, when Miyashiro had called Kurusu Nono her first name. Kurusu and Miyashiro were close, which meant that since I was Kurusu's friend, he knew me too.
あんた、私を知ってるの？
知らない。
There was no hesitation in his voice. It was clearer and louder than I'd ever heard him before.
そんなはずないわ。私とクルスさんが一緒に写ってる写真があるんだから。
知らない。僕とノノは仲が悪かった。ノノの友達関係なんて把握してない。
その写真、新聞部の部室で撮られたものよ。部長だったあなたが知らないわけないでしょ。
知らない。
おい、そういう話は後にしろ。急げ。
Unsada suddenly pushed me hard from behind. It was as if she was trying to cut me off for Miyashiro's sake. Both Miyashiro and the detective started walking faster too. It was like they had decided in advance that this is how they would respond to that question.
何なの？
I mean, Taku is recovering now. Maybe delving too deep into this would cause him to have more PTSD flashbacks. This didn't make sense. It felt like Momose and Kunsato were hiding something about my past. And then there was the way Detective Shinjo acted when he first saw me. And more than anything, it was the way Meishiro had cried when he had seen me. I could hear myself grinding my teeth. I balled my hands into fists. This was incredibly frustrating. I had so many big hints, and I knew everyone was trying to hide something. But I couldn't remember what it was.
そっちはダメだ。
Miyashiro suddenly spoke in a sharp tone. Oh, this is nearing newspaper club, isn't it? Bill stopped. The sign said that the annex was up ahead. This was where I'd found the newspaper club room.
何？
そっちは最後だ。他の可能性を全て潰してからだ。
何なのあんた。別にどこからでもいいでしょ。それに新聞部に行けば何かヒントが。
お前はノノを助けにここに来てるんだろ。新聞部の周りに怪しい部屋なんてなかった。これは間違いない。
Miyashiro turned around without waiting for my answer.
あんたちょっと。待って。
I suddenly saw a clear vision in my mind and yelled. It was...
どうした？
My legs started moving on the round. The memories became clearer along with the vision. The view of the courtyard from the window, the trees and plants. The scene in the window connected with my memories. That's right. Whenever I talked with Valkyrie in the strange room, I always went through this hallway. Probably. And after going through this hallway, what did I do?
おい、思い出したのか？
ちょっと静かにしてください。気が散ります。
I started to walk, following the hazy trail in my memories, and I ended up outside the annex. This was the first floor of the annex. I stood in front of the building's wall. What was I going to do with the wall? I wasn't sure why, but I did what the memories told me to and put my hand on the wall. I could hear Miyashiro and the detective gasp. Huh? I didn't believe what I was seeing either. My hand had gone through the wall. My hand went straight into the school building, as if there was nothing there. I could see the wall, but it didn't exist. I couldn't feel anything against my hand.
そこか。
何これ。
How is that possible? Is there some kind of camouflage system set up? My mind was shocked and confused, but my body remembered this feeling. I pushed forward and deeper into the wall. The next thing I knew, I was up and up to my shoulder without resistance. It looked like something out of a cartoon. Suddenly, I came back to my senses and leaped back. I fell backwards onto my butt. When I looked up, the wall was still in front of me. It was impossible to believe that my hand had just gone through it.
どういうこと？
It was my own memories that had brought me here, but I was still stunned.
思った通りだ。妄想シンクロを使って隠してあったな。道理で見つからないわけだ。
When the saddle went up and put a hand against the wall, it disappeared just like mine had.
実際に見せられるとまるで魔法だな。信じられない。
実際にはただの錯覚だがな。
そうですね。中は見えますか？
俺が確かめよ
The detective poked his head in and disappeared into the wall without any resistance.
う。暗くてよく見えないが、多分階段だ。地下へ続いてる。
新聞部の真下だったってことですか？
バカにされているようだな。まったく。
The detective took something out of his pocket. It was a small flashlight.
5分経って俺が戻らないようなら逃げろ。
It was something at Kunosato who grabbed it. It looked like a car key.
宮代くんの姿だけは誰にも見せるな。あと、アクセルは右だからな。
待て。
ん？
銃をすぐ使えるようにしていけ。威嚇射撃なんてするな。見つけたら構わず撃て。
おいおい、ここはあんたの国じゃないんだからな。
But the detective took out his gun and put it in his other hand. It was the first time I'd ever seen one, and I felt a shiver run down my back. I was forced to realize once more that this wasn't a game.
気をつけて。
あ、
The detective put his hand up against the wall without any hesitation, and I went inside.
宮代、そっちを見張っていろ。
はい。
The two of them ignored my shock as I stood back to back and watched their surroundings. They didn't seem surprised. In fact, this seemed like a normal everyday occurrence for them. I forced myself to calm down and stand up and wipe the mud off my clothes. I had goosebumps.
説明してください。何ですかこれ。
Neither of them looked at me. They just kept watching.
皆さんは何をしようとしてるんですか？
カオスチャイルド症候群の治療のヒントを得るために涌井の研究室にあるデータが必要だ。そう言っただろう。
I knew that they told me 2 days ago.
そうじゃなくて、その。
I couldn't find the words. Too much has happened and I wasn't sure what to ask. With nothing else to do, I stood guard as well.